it's been a very interesting journey for the industry per se of retirement communities in India. Because traditionally, India is a country which has been very proud of its joint family culture. And this is one of the last countries to give up. I would say it is given up completely, at least even in the urban areas, to give up the joint family, probably along with China and some of the East Asian countries. Joint families have been in vogue and have been extremely successful taking care of the elderly till I would say even late 90s or even early 2000s, even in the metropolitan cities of India. But the retirement communities per se as an industry, I would say, germinated in India in the early 2000s in cities such as Chennai, NCR region, Maharashtra, especially in Pune and Bangalore. One very interesting city which came up in this is Coimbatore. People who chose retirement communities are all people who've traveled wide and have been professionals. Earliest retirement communities in India, people who patronized retirement communities, who bought into these communities and moved in, were all people who were from the defense or people who had transferable jobs. So they wanted to settle down somewhere where they can retain all the services of what they had when they were in services. So this were the initial retirement communities. That's why I said, when I told you Bangalore, Pune, NCR region or Coimbatore are all very typical places where you'll have a lot of patronage from the defense. Then places like Chennai and other things came in. And South India has been a flag bearer of the industry. More than 60 to 65% of the nation's supply in terms of retirement communities. I'm talking about independent living, because basically retirement communities have several stages and typologies. Independent living is one, assisted living is one, the palliative care is next. So what is now coming up is the assisted living facilities. The growth is going to become exponential in future, and the numbers what used to be in tens and hundreds in the teens of the 2000s today, as we are in 2025, 26, I would say the numbers that we are expecting are in tens of thousands, and I'm very sure in another decade and a half, the demand is going to be slightly less than 1 million at least, only in the urban areas of the country. This without the NGOs or the government stepping in for the social security. If the NGOs and the government steps in for the social security, these tens of thousands is going to grow into several millions, because the requirement is there. The requirement is there for everybody. What it needs is a soft coating of affordability. So whoever will be able to afford is going to reach out and get it. So this is going to be the growth story of retirement communities in India.